Hi, my name is Yolande Poirier from Oracle Technology Network, and I'm here at Devox France, and I'm interviewing Alexandre. Alexandre, bonjour.
Bonjour.
So please tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
So my name is Alexandre Bertails. I work for the W3C, or the World Wide Web Consortium. So I guess you know us. We make web standards. So HTML, CSS, and all that stuff, and some other technology. So basically, we are a consortium. So it means that we try to attract companies and individuals who are interested in the web and they want to participate to the elaboration of standards. And in that case, they just go to W3C. They say, I'm interested in participating in this working group, working on this technology, and we offer the infrastructure and the expertise in order to do that.
Okay, and so what are you working on? Because there's a lot of projects, right? So
we have actually a lot of working groups, and in my case, I'm not directly involved in working groups, not anymore at least. So I'm part of the systems team. So basically we provide the infrastructure for people working with us and people interested in accessing the standards and the documentation and stuff like that. We also have some funky things, and people don't really realize when they use XML and stuff like that. But every time they want to see if their XML is actually valid, they try to download their schema, and they actually hit our servers. That's the kind of things I do. But now I actually work more on the validator. So I guess a lot of web developers know that you have your website and you want to make sure that what you do is actually interoperable, so that it will be rendered in a consistent way across all browsers, implementing the same standards. And you don't really want to read the entire spec, because you take, for example, HTML5. It's about, if you print everything, it's a book like that, and nobody can actually understand the entire thing. So another approach is just you write your web page and you access our free service. It's we're just offering that for free, and you just ask, okay, what's happening on my website? Is it valid or not? And if it's not valid, why? So it's already there, but we want to do something much more powerful for people. Instead of just providing a web page, we would just provide a website, and we would just do the crawling for you, and we would just call a lot of different validators, and you would have a report at the end, and you have, just have a grade at the end. Oh, is it really good, or do you still have to work on your website, and stuff like that.
So it's really like for end users, or how Java developers could use that, maybe for the code, or I don't know.
Well, when you have, we've seen that in this conference, for the past 3 days, the web is actually part of all projects today. There is no way that you have even a Java project and you won't have anything related to the web. Even in the standard library in Java, you have actually W3C. The W3C namespace is there. It's really there. The problem is actually the web technologies, and in particular HTML, are really loose. You can. It's in a way. It's never invalid in a way, because you have this web page and you can give that to the browser, and the browser will try to do something. The problem is when you are in the corner cases, or when you are not really comfortable with the standard itself and the way interoperability is achieved across all the web browsers, you're kind of lost. And if it's not really your main job, you never know what to do. So this is when you actually want to have this tool doing that for you.
Okay. So what do you see as being the main issues when people try to validate their website? Are there like 2 or 3 things that you would say, well, don't do this, because it's...
That's interesting. I've never thought about it. So I would say, maybe using HTTP the wrong way. The web is all about saying what kind of resources you are delivering to the browser, and people are lying about that most of the time. That was very interesting talk this morning by a guy from Zenexity. That was really amazing because people don't really realize what they do when they use the web, and they don't really understand the principles, the core principles of the web. And so they cannot. They have an understanding of what they do because, just like everybody else, they use the browser, but they don't really understand the architecture. So I would say that the main problem is not really in this particular tool. It's really about trying to understand what the web is all about.
Okay. So any insight on how they can figure that out? I mean, if they're just, for example, starting, do you have?
Yeah. So first, you have to attend conferences, and this is where it all starts. I mean, basically, you have to meet people, and then you see this guy, and you have the enlightenment. Oh yeah, that's the web. I understand, and that's really cool. It's so simple. Why don't I do that in my company? And yeah, so it's really about that. And when you start, having this systematic approach about asking what it is all about, then you discover new things. And in the case of the web, it's infinite.
Right, and I bet it changes also. I mean, all the time, right? So it's
it's definitely you have this trade-off between the living standard. I mean, you have to continue doing new stuff, right? But at the same time, you have people working with the technologies, though. So they say, "Oh, please slow down because we need to deploy something, and we need to make sure that it actually works everywhere." So that's for example, where the validators fit in.
Okay, and so do you have like those internal groups that test the technology first, or like special groups that you do, or not really? How does it work?
We are not like the big companies. We are a bit wide. So in our case, it's we deploy and we see what happens. Yeah, I know that's weird. This is the way we work, and we have a tiny team and we do incredible things.
Right.
My colleagues are just. I've been really impressed since I arrived at W3C. It's not only about the people making the web, but even in the systems team, it's an amazing place.
Right, and there are so many different machines, different systems. I mean, around the world. I mean, so many problems that could go wrong. So it's that would be an infinite job to do, actually.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, we are facing problems that people don't even realize it's possible. So I was speaking about the schema, for example, that we deliver for XML. When you have a bug in a well-known operating system, I won't name it, and every time there is an update on this system, they actually refetch this document, and this is happening for all the operating systems deployed in the world, usually at the same time. This is what normal people would call a denial of service attack, but for us it's just one bug somewhere, and this is just one example. So when it happens, I hope it will go away very quickly because there is nothing you can really do about it.
So it must be very. So it seems that it's very different to work for W3C. I mean, it's not your usual environment. I mean, it's
I guess it's true. So the way we deliver value in standards.
Yep.
This is important for a very big ecosystem, and so this is that. So the challenge is there because it has to work. I mean, when people want to know about something very specific, and if it's not accessible, it's really a big issue. So, but at the same time, we are a non-profit organization,
right?
So most of the money we have is coming from the members. So it's not a lot of money. So we don't have a big team. So this is why we try to have people really passionate about the web and caring about the web, and so that we are willing to work a lot because we think it's actually a big deal.
Well, I think you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So thank you for coming to see us.
It was a pleasure.
Thank you.